Welcome to today's explainer. Look, let me just be upfront with you right out of the gate. This is not going to be just another casual overview you play in the background while you do the dishes. Consider this a direct, urgent wake-up call. If you're feeling scattered, completely exhausted by modern hustle culture, or honestly just tired of watching other people win while you stay stuck, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to look at exactly why deep work is the ultimate tool to build greatness. Imagine you're looking right into a mirror. I want to challenge you today to confront a reality that you probably already know deep down. You're distracted, you're scattered, and frankly, you are not living at your full power. You keep trying to get ahead, but something always pulls your mind away, right? Another notification, another excuse, another day just wasted. But you weren't born to just endlessly scroll, compare yourself to others, and give up. It's time to take a hard, honest look at where your focus actually is. I want you to imagine your life is a bank account, okay? And 86,400 is the exact currency deposited into it every single morning. That is the number of seconds you are given every single day. And here's the brutal twist. Every second you spend is gone forever. You can literally never get it back. So tell me, where did your time go yesterday? How many minutes were spent overthinking, waiting, or just watching other people live their lives? To really put that into perspective, consider this number. 45. If you spend just 3 hours a day scrolling on social media, that adds up to 1,095 hours a year. That is 45 full days wasted every single year. Just think about that for a second. What if you use those 45 days to learn a new skill, build your dream, or focus on your health? I mean, you could change your entire life in 45 days. Time isn't your problem here. Your choices are. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. Foundations of Deep Work. Find your fuel. Before we even touch focus techniques or productivity schedules, we have to start with the bedrock. You've got to find that deeply emotional why that acts as your fuel. Without it, discipline and motivation, they simply won't last. To anchor this concept, consider the story of the girl under the streetlight. She lived in a poor village, no electricity, no internet. She actually sat under a street lamp to study because she had no light at home. Why? Because her mother had died, not from some incurable disease, but because they simply didn't have the money to reach a hospital. She made a promise that she would become a doctor so no other mother would die of poverty. Whenever her body was exhausted and she just wanted to quit, she remembered her mother's face. That was her fuel. And today, she saves lives. You need to find a reason that brings tears to your eyes, because when things get hard, and they will, your why has to be louder than your pain. And a huge part of honoring that why is actually taking care of the vehicle that's going to get you there. You literally cannot build greatness on a broken machine. Your biological engine requires 3 absolute basics for deep focus. First, you must sleep deeply for 6 to 8 hours. It is literally how your brain clears out waste and sharpens attention. Second, move daily for just 15 to 30 minutes. It releases dopamine and crushes stress. And third, eat clean. If your body is full of sugar and junk food, your mind is going to be full of noise. If your body breaks down, your focus breaks right along with it. It's that simple. Now that the foundation is set, let's shift gears a bit. Section 2. Defending your mental space. Build a fortress. This is all about building an absolute fortress around your goals, so the chaos of the outside world just can't breach your walls. The enemy of this mental fortress are what we call toxic triggers. These are silent, everyday distractions hiding out in your phone, your messy room, and yeah, actually, that pile of laundry sitting on your chair for 3 days definitely counts, or even in negative relationships. They don't shout at you, they whisper. They pull your mind away from what matters in these small, deadly drops. And here's the scariest part. Every single time you check your phone, which, let's be real, most people do thousands of times a day, or sit in physical clutter, your focus resets to 0. Your mental energy gets utterly drained. So how do we actually fix this? Well, by conducting a highly practical trigger audit right on a piece of paper. First, ask yourself, what breaks my focus daily? Write it down. Maybe it's Instagram first thing in the morning. Second, where is it coming from? Well, maybe your phone is charging right next to your bed. Third, how can I remove or reduce it? Move the charger to the kitchen. Put on noise-canceling headphones when you work. Look, it's not about being perfect. It's about identifying the things that are draining your mental energy and ruthlessly blocking them out. I absolutely love this float quote from Steve Jobs because it perfectly validates what we're talking about here. Prioritizing your goals actually means cutting out the noise, and you must do it without apologizing. You don't need to do it all. You just need to do what truly matters every single day. When you finally cut out those 100 other things, your actual purpose becomes a roar. All right, we're now entering the core arena, Section 3, mastering your power hours, forging greatness. The real secret here is deep work. This means dedicating completely 100% undistracted time strictly to the single most important task that moves your dream forward. Because here's a hard truth no one really tells you. Your brain is not equally powerful all day long. You really only have about 1 to 3 power hours where your mind is as sharp as a sword. If you waste these peak hours scrolling through reels or answering completely trivial emails, you are essentially killing your dreams. Now, what's really fascinating about this contrast is the massive difference between being busy and being truly effective. It is so incredibly easy to fall into the illusion of progress. You know the drill. You organize your desk, you make elaborate to-do lists, you reply to every single message. You're doing 50 things, sure, but you aren't actually moving the needle. True effectiveness is dedicating just 1 focused hour to your absolute most important task. I promise you, 1 hour of deep, undistracted work is worth more than 10 hours of random, scattered effort. Need some proof? Let's talk about the 2 a.m. security guard. This was a guy working night shifts, no money, no support network. But every single night from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., he locked in and studied code. Just one thing, just one skill. While everyone else was sleeping or watching movies to pass the time, he fiercely protected his deep work power hours. And in just 2 years, through hyper-focused action, he completely escaped his situation and became a software engineer. And you know, this brilliantly illustrates a famous philosophy by Bruce Lee. He said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." The security guard practiced his one kick, coding, every single night. This right here is the ultimate power of intense, narrow focus over scattered, busy energy. As we transition into the long game, we reach section 4, the beauty of boring repetition. Master the mundane. The absolute biggest obstacle to this kind of repetition is procrastination. It's a silent thief. To destroy it, you need to use the 5-second rule. The exact moment you feel resistance and your brain starts saying, "Oh, I should really do this, but maybe I'll just do it later," you immediately count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and act. Your brain is incredibly fast. It will build bulletproof excuses in a matter of seconds. You have to move before the excuses even arrive. Make that first step stupidly simple. Don't say you're going to study for 2 hours. Just open the book. Starting is always the hardest part, but that tiny, tiny action builds immediate momentum. So the crucial point here is really how you manage your relationship with discomfort. You've got to build a life where pain is your teacher and pleasure is your reward. If you actively avoid the pain of hard tasks and discipline, well, your dreams are going to avoid you. You must sit in the discomfort and just do the work. And when it comes to pleasure, you use it to heal, not to escape. Binge watching videos just to avoid your goals, that's an escape. Watching a show peacefully after you've crushed 2 hours of deep work, now that is a true earned reward. It's this exact balance that creates a truly sustainable lifestyle. Ultimately, achieving a massive, meaningful goal, honestly, it isn't glamorous. It isn't going viral. It's boring. It's the quiet, daily repetition of simple tasks when absolutely nobody is clapping for you. I mean, you don't wake up waiting for a surge of motivation to brush your teeth, right? You just do it because it's part of who you are. It's a habit. You need to make working on your goals just as automatic. When you stack those boring, repetitive daily tasks on top of each other, over and over, they eventually build a castle. Mastering boredom is the ultimate sign of growth. I want to leave you today with a highly provocative question. If you don't take action today, what will your life look like in 5 years? Really picture that pain. Picture that stagnant future where your full potential is still just locked away inside you. Use that vision to wake yourself up. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You just needed a little direction. Start right now. Lean heavily into the deep work and start building your greatness today.